I'm an Appalachian boy, you can feel it in my soul. I was born on hip-hop and a lot of rock and roll. From the land of blue and gold and a hell of a lot of cold. Where the blizzard will leave you cold, not a chance.
Hey everybody, good morning. It's me, GenX Pawpaw. This is the GenX Effect. Today is day 28 of the sources. Mandated, proclamated, proclaimed, required, and expected 30-day 1-minute video challenges. As y'all saw a little while ago, today is day 28. It is National Superhero Day. National Superhero Day. Tell us about your heroes and or be a hero. It's also Pay It Forward Day. Act of kindness. Anyone? Bueller. It's morning time. I'm getting ready to head out for a little bit. I'm going to think on that. I think my idea of a hero and maybe the book definition might be slightly different. So let's throw the book definition up there. I'm going to think on that because I do have heroes of what I consider heroes, but stay tuned. I'll be back. GenX out. So, upon thinking about it and trying to come up with my own definition of what a hero is, I got my own little list. We'll start with this man. This is me and my uncle when I was a little one. He's one of my heroes because ever since he was a teenager, he was in and out of juvie, in and out of jail, and up to being in his early 20s. He was a troublemaker and just liked getting in shit. And then somewhere in his early 20s, he met my aunt, and he changed. And I like to think he had a similar epiphany like I did, and he just decided he didn't like who he was being, and he didn't think that's who he was supposed to be, and so he decided to become who he thought he was supposed to be all along. Never asked him, it's not something we talk about, but that's what I like to think. And as you can see, ever since I was a little one, this man's been a big part of my life. He was a father figure, a big brother figure. He showed me things, he taught me things, good and bad. But he's always been there for me, still is to this day. We still hang out a couple times a week, usually. We go to the track together, go to the casino together. We do jobs together. This man is definitely one of my big heroes. For good or bad, I'm glad he's been in my life. Another one of my heroes, I'm just going to group them all together. My brothers. They're all younger than me, but they're still my heroes. They're all good men. They all turned out to be good men. Doing things that I guess we didn't see any of us doing. But they're good men. They got good little families, and they're living their best lives, and they're doing well. And considering how we all come up, I'm super proud of them. And even though they're younger than me, they're my heroes. They're men I wish I could have been. But the dice rolled how they rolled. Let's see. My two boys. They are my heroes. They are better men than I ever could have been. They work hard. They're smart. They're doing well for themselves as young adults. And they've given me grandchildren, and they love them hard, and both my sons love my grandchildren. The uncle is just as proud as I am of being a grandfather. And I'm very proud of them. And they could have went a different route considering how they came up, without a father figure in their life, me, being absent a good majority of the time. And they went the road they went, and they became who they became, and I can't imagine a better hero. And And I hope my grandson looks up at his father, my son, and thinks that one day. He just can't imagine a better hero. So yeah, that's my sons. They're my heroes. My mom. My mom has survived things since she was a little child that could have killed any person 20 times over. She's been through things. She's helped raise 7 kids up to the age of 13, 14, until CPS stepped in and finally took them, put them where they needed to be put. She had me at 16 going on 17, and then had my brother a couple years later, and you know, husbands who were just, get her pregnant and then bounce on her and beat on her, and I mean, beat on her bad. Some would, other husbands, my stepdad, just was a serial cheater, just, constantly just running around on her and breaking her heart, and, at the same time giving her more kids. And yet my mom, she just kept going. Anything I've ever needed or wanted, if she ain't got it, she'll break her back to figure out how to do it. That's why I gotta be careful what I say around her anymore, because she'll go out of her way to do something and you were just having a conversation. She's always had my back. Now, even when I was wrong, even when I was in the wrong and I was the guilty party, my mom had my back, has my back. Yeah, my mom, definitely one of my heroes. My late wife. Me and my late wife, we didn't see eye to eye. We ended up separating before she passed away. Um, quite a few years before she passed away. But she married me when I was 18. She pretty much finished turning me into some kind of a usable man. She taught me how to cook decent. She taught me how to clean house and take care of what's yours. She taught me how to do laundry correctly, and just taught me to be a better human for myself. I was just an 18-year-old lazy punk. Thought he knew everything, and she taught me some things. And she raised 2 great kids of ours on her own. And she did a hell of a job with what little she had to do it with. So, yeah, my late wife, she's a hero.
Hey everybody, it's me, the GenX Papa. I'm back. Yeah, it's afternoon now. I just got done working out. Just got back to the house. Went out with my brother today. Had some barbecue and a good old brisket sandwich. It was pretty good. It was chopped brisket. I'm not a huge fan of that. I like mine in slices, but it was good. I'll probably make a little video about that later. But back to the topic of heroes. Yeah, I think I explained earlier this morning when I did the earlier part of the video. I think I pretty much got the heroes out I want to give recognition to. There's many other heroes in my life that have only been there for moments, but they was a big part of doing something for me, and I consider them a hero. Just too many to try to think of. The other part of the challenge was, what was it? Pay It Forward Day. Do steps of gratitude or something like that. Was it Pay It Forward? And I don't know. I'll put it up. I do things to pay it forward from time to time. Mostly, I just like to give a helping hand when I see it can be done. I'm real big on grabbing shopping carts and unloading people's carts to their cars. And, when I get out of my truck or when I'm going to my truck in the store and I see somebody loading a bunch of stuff, I'm real big on just, hey, you need a hand? I'm right here. My hands are free. Little things like that. It just, that person could be having a really bad day and then they had to stop and get a bunch of crap that they really didn't feel like stopping to get. You know how it is. But they did. They stopped and got it. And one random person just comes up out of the blue, like, hey, let me load this in your car for you. You want to get the car? I'll take the shop cart back. Maybe that's just wishful thinking in my head, but I like to think somewhere along the line that's helped somebody. Made somebody's day just a little bit better. gave him a moment to breathe. But yeah, so I guess that wraps up day 28. Boy, we're knocking them down. As long as day 29. So if I had said it earlier, you're locked in. You're locked in. Yeah, I guess that's all I got for this one. I'll see y'all on day 29. And yeah, that's it. One love, everybody. Thanks out.